Howdy, gosh almighty, who the heck are they? Hey, flim, flam, bim, bam, Ole Miss. By golly, and welcome to Buck Hemingway Stadium where the Rebels are ready to take the field. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Let's go. They'll run it on the counter. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
Slings it downfield. Complete downfield. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Rebels! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown there.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Leaves it with the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants to take the top off. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Caught behind the line. It's Acho. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this 1st down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He unleashes a long one. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
I love when defenses are smart enough to swat the ball down. Don't go for the pick, especially on 4th down. They knock it down. You get the ball anyways. Nice job by the defender.
The give to the tailback. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
They'll keep it on the ground. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Hall. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He tries to take the top off. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest. And you could tell, just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He'll pull it on the read.
ball carried by the quarterback. They go backwards on the play. Second down coming up.
And now on second down for this offense. They'll put the tight end in motion. Wants to fire on second down. Finds his target down the middle. They get him down after he makes the catch.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
This is a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Sends it downfield. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's fourth down. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. On the return, it's Moffitt. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They'll go to the ground. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, when you talk Nebraska football, it always comes down to their ability running it on offense, whether it's the option or whether it's conventional. They've got a long and illustrious history of great running backs, and this guy is on the field for a reason. His vision, his ability to make people miss, run with toughness, he can do it all.
And playing defense now in college football, you have to be ready for motions. And wide receivers are becoming more and more part of the game plan of getting them the football, letting them be running backs. You see it even in the NFL some too. Great job by the defense. They were ready for it. They were aware. Now the offense maybe use that as a decoy in the future.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Oh, it's a reverse. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, as an offense, oftentimes you try the reverse play because you're trying to take advantage of a defense over pursuing and by a lot of defensive team speed. Didn't work right there. Great discipline by this defense.
And that pass is intercepted. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Give to the running back. Nice move to keep moving. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. The snap sets up to throw. He's got him in the flat. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. A little screen to the running back.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the 1st down himself.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass. You want to keep guys downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a 1st down.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone. After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ole Miss. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown.
Nebraska, 0.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned.
Going for the big play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day. The 20. He's at the 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it off to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this off.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And I know it's not a 1st down, but I still like the way they ran the football here. just try to make the next third down manageable, try to get it where it's not as predictable. I think the offense did a really good job being smart there, taking what the defense gave them.
And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Huskers will have it 1st and 10. Trying the left side. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Great team defense on that run. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And the quick shuffle pass underneath.
Nothing's working right now in the pass game for this guy. This is the nightmare scenario. He's already been picked off 3 times. That one got swatted away. Lucky it wasn't another interception. This quarterback is not playing with a ton of confidence.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. And it's incomplete, and the defense holds.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing forward, everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Pocket starts to collapse. He's going to take off. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play. This offense has a 2nd down play. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the 1st down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
And it's incomplete, a missed opportunity for the offense.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. They'll give it to him again. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sent it the other way. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for it.
Going for it all. Catch inside the 30 and still running. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And the punishment has been extended. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off.
28, Nebraska, 0.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Now the play fake. Going deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
Man, that is a huge missed opportunity for this offense. When big plays like that present themselves, you've got to hit them. The receiver did a great job.
He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his second interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. Catch in the middle. It's Simpson. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Excellent field position here for the offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, the ground game. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
On the option. He'll toss it. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on first down. Going for 6. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening.
Touchdown, Rebels! And the pummeling has started.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Scrambling away. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And they get him again. This has not been the day we expected. This young man, we expect great things. Like, he is one of the better players in college football. You think he'd come out, put on a show, but this defense has had his number all game long.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Out of the gun, the running back has it. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Handoff to the lone back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
All right, they've shown this formation a lot of times, especially in the 1st half. Now what do? They show the formation, pull some guys and run a counter backside. Beautiful play design. Way to adjust in the 2nd half.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
42 Spider.
Trying play action. Their pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The sweet feet buy a little time. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the 4th quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Gets it out quickly. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can...
It's complete. A huge pickup. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers...
He makes a grab. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous parting gift, a late touchdown.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the 2nd half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Tulane is getting smoked today. This is an eye-opener. It's the type of game that can just demoralize a fan base.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll try the run. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Off the play fake. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Makes a move. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's taking a deep shot. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Ole Miss 35, Nebraska 14.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Little touch pass to the receiver. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a 1st down.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
On the nasty move, and now he's got room. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. It's a draw. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.